Ancient Rome, a world of emperors and empresses, patricians and plebeians, a time where men fought to the death in the name of entertainment. But there was more to these battles than just the thrill of the kill. Some Roman gladiators were admired not just for fighting skills, but also for their charm and beauty, becoming icons for women and symbols of desire. Welcome to my channel. And today let's find out who were the most good-looking male gladiators in ancient Rome. Before we get into it, remember to hit that like button and subscribe for more videos about ancient Rome and other ancient civilizations. Also, stick around until the end, because we have a special gladiator prepared for you as a bonus. Gladiators in ancient Rome were highly skilled fighters who captured the attention of audiences with their martial prowess and courage. They were not only athletes, but also performers who used their bodies as instruments of war and displayed their skills in front of thousands of spectators. Their fighting styles and techniques evolved over time and became more sophisticated. As new weapons and tactics were developed, they trained rigorously, following a strict code of conduct and discipline, pushing themselves to the limits of their physical and mental endurance. The audience played a significant role in shaping the evolution of gladiatorial combat, as they demanded more spectacular and innovative fighting styles. Gladiators responded by developing new techniques and strategies that amazed and thrilled spectators. You can imagine how popular the most handsome and charming gladiators must have been back then, so let's meet them. At number 10. Milo. Milo was a famous gladiator who fought in the 1st century AD during the reigns of emperors Augustus and Nero. He was known for his exceptional strength and skill in using the sword and shield. Milo's bravery and athleticism made him a crowd favorite, and he became one of the most popular gladiators of his time. His fights were legendary, and his name was synonymous with power and prowess. However, the sources about Milo are somewhat limited, making it difficult to know much about his background, fighting style, or personality. Despite the lack of information, Milo's reputation as a fierce warrior and crowd favorite has endured through history, and he remains one of the most iconic gladiators of ancient Rome. Now, if you think that Milo was so cool, wait till you see Spartacus at No. 2. Number 9. Catullus. Not much is known about the handsome and incredibly charming gladiator named Catullus. What little information we have suggests that he may have been one of the most popular gladiators of his time. According to a letter written by the Roman philosopher Pliny the Younger to his friend, the historian Tacitus, Catullus was the star attraction at a gladiatorial game held in Rome. Pliny describes how the crowd went wild with excitement every time Catullus appeared in the arena. His mere presence was enough to make the audience cheer and wave their approval. This suggests that Catullus was not only a skilled fighter, but also had a certain charisma and charm that made him appealing to the crowds. Unfortunately, there is no other information available about Catullus, leaving us with more questions than answers about this enigmatic gladiator. We don't know anything about his background, fighting style, or what happened to him after his appearances in the arena. However, the fact that he was able to captivate the hearts and minds of the Roman audience makes him a truly fascinating figure in the history of gladiators. No. 8. Cento. Cento was an undefeated retiarius gladiator, which means that he specialized in fighting with a net and trident. He was known for his incredible agility and skill in the arena, as well as his good looks and dashing appearance. According to accounts from Roman historians, Cento's matches were so popular that spectators would often bet large sums of money on his fights. Despite his fame and fortune, Cento remained humble and never became arrogant. He was known for his bravery, fighting until the very end, even when he was outnumbered by his opponents. Cassius Dio, a Roman senator and historian, wrote extensively about Cento, praising his fighting skills and noble character. He described how Cento would enter the arena, dressed in a colorful tunic and helmet, and fight with precision and grace. Even in the most difficult of situations, Cento was said to have never backed down from a fight. He was truly a symbol of courage and determination. Number 7. Clemenco. Clemenco was a Syrian gladiator who fought in the 1st century AD under the emperors Tiberius and Nero. He was known for his incredible skill and strength in the arena, as well as his dashing good looks and charming personality. It was said that Clemenco was so popular with the female fans that they would throw roses and other gifts into the arena for him to catch. According to Roman historians, Clemenco was undefeated in the arena, which made him a legend among the gladiators of his time. His fighting style was a combination of martial arts from Syria and Egypt, and he was known for his use of a scimitar and shield. But it wasn't just his fighting skills that made Clemenco famous. He was also known for his kindness and generosity. It was said that he would share his winnings with the poor and that he would visit taverns and brothels to entertain common folk. Despite his fame and fortune, Clemenco never forgot his roots, and he remained humble throughout his life. Number 6. Gaius. Little is known about Gaius, but that has unstopped him from becoming a popular subject of historical fiction and fantasy stories set in ancient Rome. In these tales, Gaius is often portrayed as a heroic and honorable gladiator who fights for justice and freedom. One of the most enduring legends about Gaius is that he was once offered a chance to become a Roman citizen by his emperor, Caligula, in exchange for killing his fellow gladiator, Spartacus, who had led a rebellion against the emperor. It was said that Gaius refused the offer and instead chose to fight alongside Spartacus, demonstrating his loyalty and courage. Other stories tell of how Gaius's fighting skills were unmatched in the arena, and how his bravery and determination inspired those around him. While there may be some truth to these legends, much of what we know about Gaius comes from the fictional stories that have been written about him over the centuries. Regardless of the truth, Gaius remains a beloved figure in Roman history, and his story continues to capture the imagination of people all over the world. No. 5. Hercules. Hercules was a Thracian gladiator who fought in ancient Rome during the 1st century. He was known for his incredible strength and skill in using a spear and shield, as well as his dashing good looks and heroic demeanor. According to Roman historians, Hercules was captured in battle and sold into slavery, but eventually became a gladiator and rose to fame in the Colosseum. He was said to be undefeated in the arena and was known for his bravery and determination. One of the most famous accounts of Hercules' fighting prowess comes from the historian Suetonius, who describes how Hercules fought a ferocious bear in the arena and emerged victorious. Suetonius also mentions that Hercules was so strong that he could fell an elephant with a single blow of his spear. Despite his strength and skill, Heracles was not without compassion. It was said that he would often show mercy to his defeated opponents, which earned him respect from both the crowd and his fellow gladiators. For Huntanet, we have another mysterious gladiator here. Very little is known about Huntanet, but his tragic story has become an enduring part of Roman history. According to accounts from Roman historians, Huntanet was a handsome and highly skilled Mysian gladiator who fought in the 1st century AD during one of his fights. He was mortally wounded by a fellow gladiator named Croesus. However, the details surrounding their fight are unclear, and the exact circumstances of Hohenthal's death are unknown. What we do know is that Hohenthal was revered by the audience, and his untimely death sent shockwaves throughout the Roman Empire. The poet Martial, who lived in the 1st century AD, wrote a poem about Hohenthal's death, lamenting the loss of such a talented gladiator. In the poem, Martial describes how Hohenthal was the victim of foul play, and how he was denied a chance to recover from his wounds. The exact nature of the foul play is not specified, but it's clear that Martial believed that Hohenthal was deliberately targeted by his opponent or perhaps by the crowd. Number 3. Spartacus. Let's talk about the man who needs no introduction. Spartacus was a Thracian gladiator and the leader of a major slave revolt in the Roman Republic. He was renowned not just for his fighting prowess, but also for his intelligence, bravery, and charisma. According to historical records, Spartacus was captured in battle and sold into slavery, where he was forced to train as a gladiator. However, he soon escaped and gathered an army of gladiators and slaves, which grew to over 70,000 strong at its peak. Spartacus and his army fought against the Roman Republic for 3 years, achieving several victories against the Roman legions. Although Spartacus and his army were eventually defeated, his legacy lived on as a symbol of resistance against oppression and a champion of the downtrodden. Throughout history, Spartacus has been depicted as a heroic and inspiring figure who fought for freedom and equality. Note to Verus. Marcus Aurelius. Verus was a Roman emperor from 161 to 169 AD, while he is remembered primarily for his military campaigns and philosophical writings. Verus was also known for his good looks and charm. Ancient sources describe him as tall and muscular with a strong and healthy body, but it was his personality and demeanor that truly made him stand out. Verus was known for his wit and intelligence, as well as his ability to connect with people from all walks of life. He was a patron of the arts and sciences and was known for his love of poetry and philosophy. In addition to his intellectual pursuits, Verus was also a skilled athlete and enjoyed hunting, fishing, and riding horses. He was particularly fond of chariot racing and was known for driving his team of horses at breakneck speed through the streets of Rome. Despite his many accomplishments and positive qualities, Verus's reign as emperor was not without its challenges. He faced numerous threats from both inside and outside the empire, and had to deal with rebellions, natural disasters, and economic instability. Nonetheless, he is remembered as one of the most respected and beloved emperors in Roman history. And finally, at number 1, our very own bonus gladiator, Maximus. Yes, you guessed it right. The famous character from the movie Gladiator, Maximus, is Arnaud, one handsome gladiator. Why? Well, because he embodies everything we have discussed so far: strength, skill, bravery, honor, compassion, handsomeness, and charm. Maximus was a Roman general who was betrayed and enslaved, but who later became a gladiator and sought revenge against the emperor who had murdered his family and destroyed his life. His fighting scenes in the Colosseum were epic and unforgettable, and his character resonated with audiences worldwide. Russell Crowe's portrayal of Maximus in the film won him critical acclaim and cemented the character's place in pop culture history. While Maximus is a fictional character, he nevertheless captures the spirit of the great gladiators who fought and died in the arenas of ancient Rome. He is a symbol of courage, resilience, and the pursuit of justice, and his story continues to inspire and amaze audiences today. We hope you enjoyed meeting some of the most handsome gladiators in ancient Rome. Which gladiator was your favorite? Let us know in the comments below. And don't forget to like and subscribe for more videos about ancient Rome and other ancient civilizations. Thanks for watching.